Oh no. Oh no. I know how they did it, y'all. I know how they did it. Y'all remember these photos of these celebrities centuries ago? Ancient Egyptian science called alchemy. They were transmuting their energy, spirit, and soul into another body.
When I tell you guys we live in an upside down, inverted, Luciferian world, bro, I'm not playing. Study this picture for just a moment and tell me it's a coincidence that this just happens to represent the GOAT Baphomet for Fake Force, right?
Y'all didn't just hear what China said to its citizens. Fool, basically they told their citizens, if those extraterrestrials come, y'all better not make contact with them.
Michael Jackson was a fallen watcher.
What?
Oh yeah, no, he was. There was nothing good about him. So you mean to tell me that you would allow your kids, even with consent, you would allow your kids to spend the night, let alone a celebrity, but over a random person's house?
Does anyone else find it strange that the stage is being set for a massive power outage? Because multiple articles have been released talking about the possibility of an 18-month power outage.
Welcome back to the Wizard's Fish. Hope everybody's doing well. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up that I'm only going to be in about half of this video, as it's currently 3 a.m. Wednesday morning and I got to leave for work in a couple hours. But other than that, I just wanted to give you guys a little early heads up. As a way to say thank you, I'm going to be announcing a giveaway shortly, so stay tuned for details on that. But other than that, we will jump into things as usual, so viewer discretion is advised, and everything that you see in here is for entertainment purposes only. Let's get into it.
So Donald Trump is about to let 300,000 pounds of beef in the United States. But guess what? He don't want to tell us where it's coming from. What the A lot of people better start turning vegan. But you know what else is weird about this shit? Last week, they just did a food recall on beef. 30,000 pounds. Now, out of nowhere, he want to let in 300,000 pounds. I mean, if you are the president and the meat is healthy, why not just tell us where it come from? Unless it's not healthy. Unless it's not meat. If you've noticed, it's been a lot of recalls. Grapes, lettuce, eggs, milk, cheese, bread, beef. Now he said, since the meat is super pricey, I'm going to bring in, like I said, people better become vegans. We are not sick. We're being poisoned. So you mean to tell me we're going to eat mystery meat? Thank God I'm vegan. I ain't got to worry about that shit. I remember I seen videos of people saying that fast food meat is not really meat. It's something else. Another thing we should say is this lab grown meat? Once again,
I think so.
If you're the president and this meat is healthy, why not tell us where it come from?
And it also seems to be tied into kind of a satanic belief. So there's like a satanic element to that. Mm-hmm. It's ritualistic. It's very focused on very young children. And it absolutely exists. It is absolutely within every power structure, it seems like. And there are people who are in those circles who are running around with lots of other powerful people who have no idea that they're in it. Right. So I think where people make the mistake is you think, well, it's like the Illuminati, right? The people at the very, very top, they're all in on it. No, they're not all in on it. There's a very select group of people who are in on it. And those people believe they are deriving power from this. They think it's giving them power over everyone else.
Where does this derive from? Where does this come from, this belief?
I think a lot of it comes from kind of a satanic. A lot of people are now more familiar with this Baal worship or Baal worship.
Oh, yeah.
That comes out of Canaanite and Hebrew theology.
Yeah.
I think it's related to that, but I think it's really just more of kind of like this satanic belief. And there's also a belief within those circles that there is absolutely a God and there is a devil. And they absolutely believe in heaven and hell. But where they seem to have a very different view when we think of heaven and hell versus how they view it, they view hell as a place that has hierarchy. And so they're not afraid of hell. They believe that if they are sentenced to hell, that they will rule hell, that they'll be the elites within that society as well. That is part of that belief system.
This man could have walked home to his family. All he had to do was step on an image of Jesus Christ. That's it. They said, step on it and we'll let you go. And guess what? He refused. What you're watching is a scene from the movie Silence, based on one of the darkest chapters in the history of the Christian church.
I need to see that.
In 17th century Japan. They staked him to a cross in the sea and let the tide kill him slowly. Witnesses said that he spent those final days singing hymns and praise to God. We call that unimaginable in the West, but it should make us ask a much harder, more difficult question to ourselves. You know, in the book of Deuteronomy, God warns Israel. He doesn't warn them about the desert season. He warns them about their comfort. He says that when you're full, when you have nice houses, and when your life is settled, that's when your heart forgets me. God didn't say in the suffering we forget him. He said in the comfort his people forget him. And that's what we got backwards. We read comfort as proof that God is pleased with us. But Scripture reads it as one of the most dangerous grounds a soul can stand on. Strip a man down to a cross in the ocean. Every prop is gone. The savings, the status, the plans, none of it can hold him now. And what he finds there when everything in the world is stripped back was the only thing holding him up the whole time, his faith in God. And that's why he can sing, because he hasn't lost everything. He's standing on the only thing that was ever truly real. So in the West, we can't sleep on this. While we sit in Western comfort, our brothers and sisters around the world are dying for their faith, in chains, imprisoned, so let's stand with them.
Last night at 1:02 in the morning, my friend Pat sent me this photo of Manhattan while we were on the phone. He's never sent me this view before. Looking at the photo while he's talking, and I suddenly cut him off. Do you see what I'm seeing?
See those shadows kind of near the center there? Slightly to the right? Looks like two buildings.
Zoomed in, and I got the chills. Because right there in the distance, in the clouds or the haze, I see what eerily looks like the silhouette of the Twin Towers. For anyone new here, my dad died on 9/11 in the North Tower. And the strange part is why I was in New York this week. I came here to talk about my story and the 25th anniversary of September 11th. I just spent a wonderful few hours with my family while we talked about my dad and the 25th anniversary coming up a bit. Then, out of nowhere, I get this photo. Just this morning, I even followed up with Pat because I wanted to make sure I'm not losing my mind. And he said, I never take photos out the east side window. I don't know what created those shapes. I'm not going to tell you what you're supposed to believe. I just know what this is. And on that particular night, after that particular day, the chills running down my arms tell me what it is. And no, this photo is not AI.
Crazy.
Hold on. The new improved Flappy Bird. It's not okay.
Something just took my hair. I'm not joking, something just took my hair.
What do you mean something took
I don't know.
No,
I'm coming out! I'm coming out!
Michael Jackson was a fallen watcher.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, he was. There was nothing good about him. So you mean to tell me that you would allow your kids, even with consent, you would allow your kids to spend the night, let alone a celebrity, but over a random person's house? Now, hold on. Last time I checked, he got a picture with Epstein. So here's the thing. Let's say that he was saving the damn kids, right? Then why won't you expose who you were saving the children from? Why not? Why can't y'all get out of the whole celeb worship? For what reason, I don't know. I know it's because all of the fallen angel music that he created got you hypnotized. That's why they call it in music a hook. Yeah, to get you in, bro. And last time I checked, wasn't he a Jehovah Witness? You mean Jehovah Witness? The founder was named Charles Russell. Charles Russell being a part of the 13 original Illuminati bloodlines. Man, I don't gotta go.
Contradict everything, question everything. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But as I'm saying that, I am lying within my truth. Michael Jackson never existed, and neither did fallen angels. And saying that in today's time sounds so off-putting because when you're saying things like that, people think as if you're off your rocker. People think as if you're on drugs. But the biggest drug addicts are the ones who are practicing parasocial attachment, a parasocial sickness, and celebrity idolization. These types of people have never met the character, and then of course the people who think they know MJ, the people who are family members of MJ, will defend the Masonic puppet. But when you tell them like, hey, you can exist the moment that you end up a Freemason, because once you end up being initiated into the occult and then you are climbing willingly, by the way, you are willingly climbing the ladder and you know why you're doing it, but you won't tell anybody else, that's tricknology. These beings are manipulating you and their gender has been inverted. So they lie about their gender to you. What else would they lie about? That's why they manipulate you without even you realizing it. That's sick. The music was never made by this being. That's why your nature portrays itself to being human in ways that you think you can know these people. And these people are not like you. And they're not separate from you. All you did was listen to yourself in a universal language that sound harmonic. That is the spell upon alchemy. You are the alchemist. You are the magician. And you have forgotten your craft. So you watch other actors, actresses, by the way, a grown woman, a bimbo, androgynous being. You are watching these beings invert the meaning of music and you dance and listen to it. That's all the art of the Korobants, or just Satanism in its own way of doing whatever it wants to do, because that is the way that you have made up the construction of what you can't even fathom just yet. So you lead this maze.
Don't you guys get the joke? The joke is that he looks like one of the world's most prolific traffickers and child. Isn't that so funny? You know how funny it is? It's so funny, we should have him on our late night talk show. That's how funny it is that he looks like Jeffrey Epstein, the child rape. That's the whole joke. Why aren't you laughing? Explicitly refer to us multiple times in those files as cattle. Actual cattle. They literally don't give a f about us. We are less than human to these people. And here they are, laughing right in our face. And not only do we not do anything, half of us join them. Anyway, did you know you could gamble on Love Island? I know, because an AI-generated ad told me that I could.
Contradict everything, question everything. I have no idea what I'm talking about. But because I'm saying that, I am lying in my truth. Shout out to the creator for speaking on the thing that people will always be silent about. The joke to Freemasons is you're not in on the secrets. You're just a viewer looking outside of the club. Unless you're born into it. When you're born into it, you will automatically know about the secrets because you reflect the all-knowing. You just have a traumatic experience that these famous inverts get praised for. You just so happen to be aware that you were in that same process, but you walked away from what they are still attached with. That's why they get away with the crimes that people praise. And the biggest joke to them is that they know and have realized and have calculated and collected data from humanity's perception, and they have mocked you because you think as if Palm Beach Pete and Jeffrey Epstein are real people who traffic children, but they are simply a mirror for what humanity allows. You have allowed these notorious criminals to traffic your children. Not only just that, you know that it's going on and you sit and scroll past it. You bypass it because you don't want anything to do with these types of conversations because of how dark it gets. That's exactly why they have conditioned your mind to become desensitized to these types of satanic practices that you were also put through, and you still won't spread awareness on this shit. But when it comes to celebrity worship, oh, you're all ears. You're all about support. You're all for, higher energy when it comes down to these Satanists and these inverted characters. Once the mind of a human can see through the symbolism, then the symbolism will show what humanity has done to themselves since the beginning of time.
If you touch my private
a very good thing to teach kids. I think there needs to be more of this.
And shout out to any woman out there in leadership positions that have this same type of conviction when it comes to serious issues that we had to discuss, sadly. You are so deserving and you are appreciated for all that you do and taking care of children that aren't even yours. This was such a beautiful song, and schools in America, schools all over the world need to be singing this exact same chant, because this will help a child be able to speak out and express what is happening in the homes. And there are so many parents who are guilty of touching their children as well, and children deserve to have that voice to tell the world or a trusted adult what is going on in the home. Adults that care about the younger generation is exactly why they will always remember you and what you have taught them whenever they were in their younger years. We had to always be consistent by showing up despite how tired we are, despite what the economy is doing to our mental, despite how people make us feel, despite what the world has to offer and what it doesn't even bring to our satisfaction of what we are deserving of. We had to always show up for our inner child. I'm glitching. We had to always show up for our inner child. And the moment we do that, the next generation of children will be able to see that you are still healing and you are more mature in what they have not realized just yet. So because you had that awareness, never let that go just because of your past situations, because they need your guidance for what's to come.
Does anyone else find it strange that the stage is being set for a massive power outage? Because multiple articles have been released talking about the possibility of an 18-month power outage. Now, why would they use the number 18 at that when talking about this power outage? That's a long time without power. And
I just realized that I got like 5 clips from this dude in a row.
can you all imagine what would happen in those 18 months? I mean, Gary, Indiana is a preview of what would happen if we went that long without power. They are definitely telling you what is on the way, because why else would they be warning everybody with these articles of the possibility of an 18-month power outage if they weren't planning something? Again, everything feels off anymore, and it just feels like something massive is on the way. You can just feel it. You can. With everything going on, with everything happening, you can just feel like something major is definitely on the way.
She's trying to get me! She's trying to catch me! Look at that. Look at that. Oh, what? Put her on like a backpack?
Yeah, she becomes a backpack.
And you want me to do that too?
Yeah, you can.
I thought this was the not friendly one.
Yeah, she is.
Okay, I'm gonna put you by my cranium, the thing that jaguars are known to slice. Don't hurt me. Oh, God. Oh, God. Okay, backpack cat engaged. Oh my God, I have a backpack jaguar. I have a black backpack jaguar. I've been very lucky in my life. I've got to have a lot of wildlife experiences.
Yeah?
I never in my wildest dreams imagined doing something like this. This is unbelievable.
Oh, yep, that was my shin. I promise you I ain't no bad worker. I think I'm at the wrong house. Yeah!
Oh, I thought this shit there. Damn. Ah.
You been drinking on the job, yo?
I got your box. Oh, damn.
I hate this so much. I hate this so much. Ah!
Please don't make this go viral.
An 18-month-old girl was thrown from this truck over the railing and into the water 30 feet below. Then one driver looked and saw her floating face down. Jonathan Bauer climbed over the railing and plunged into the bay. He held her against his shoulder until she finally coughed up water. A nearby boat rushed over and brought them both to safety. She survived and has already made a full recovery. So let's share this story and give Jonathan the recognition he deserves.
We were walking through the woods, coming back from this cave we just went to. No, we can climb down into that. Oh, yeah.
Does it seem pretty safe?
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Like
There's like a little hole down here. It keeps going.
Hey, be careful. Do you see water yet?
No, it's dry. Keep going. No, there's a ladder. It leads into a dungeon.
Oh my god. Whose dungeon is this?
What is this pot? This is the creepiest thing ever.
Somebody lives here.
Somebody's been here recently.
Like today.
What? This is wild.
Where are we now?
I don't know. There's like a kitchen area.
Go first.
So he gets me? Whoever's living back here?
Yeah. Is it like a fallout shelter or something?
Right? I could see that, actually.
Whoa!
Damn, look at this. Oh my god, my car is. Well,
Oh, right? That's dangerous. No! Welcome. Move back! Move back! Everybody move! Move! Move!
Guess who James Blunt is married to? He's married to the royal bloodlines. That's right, Sophia Wellesley, who doesn't have a Wikipedia. That's the first red flag. So I had to read an article from 2018 on Marie Claire, and it says that she is the daughter of Lord John Henry Wellesley and Lady Corinne Viez. She's also the granddaughter of the late Valerian Wellesley, 8th Duke of Wellington. Anyway, it gets very Game of Thrones, right? But her royal bloodline is married into the bloodline of Prince Andrew, guy who got stripped of his titles for being in the Epstein files. And Lord Wellesley is part of the bloodline of Arthur Wellesley, which was the Duke of Wellington, who defeated Napoleon at Waterloo. So, like, this is a big time royal bloodline, okay? And her ancestors married into the Prussian royal family, which includes Kaiser Wilhelm II, who was the emperor of Germany during World War I after they blasted Franz Ferdinand. Now, she has been to the wedding of Prince Henry and Meghan Markle, so she's obviously close enough to Prince Andrew. So I'm just saying this is more odd connections. Do with it what you will. They also post on James Blunt's wiki that he's got a coat of arms for his marriage to Sophia, and the symbolism is weird, right? The top of it has a sun, a characterized sun with a face, right? You can see the eyebrows, but its face is obscured. It's hidden by a knight's glove, right? What does this mean? If you talk about from the occult perspective, it's the hidden sun. The sun is hidden. It's the sun behind the sun, which they call Sirius or Saturn sometimes. It's the source of thelemic current, according to Kenneth Grant. Ties us into Aleister Crowley.
You gotta love it when the biker gang shows up to Dearborn, Michigan. Honestly, I am so glad to see this. I think there is nothing more American and more masculine than men standing up for their country, for their principles, for what so many have fought to protect, who've given up and sacrificed to protect.
Man, they coming out with different facts about the Great Wall of China,
They've
man.
kept this hidden from you. The Great Wall of China isn't just a wall. It's a warning. Think about it. 13,171 miles long. Let me put that in perspective. Crossing the U.S. coast to coast is about 3,000 miles. Now multiply that by 4, and then add 1,000 miles. That's how massive this wall is. Now the question is, who builds something that massive for centuries just to keep a few nomads out? Here is where things get strange. They started building it in 220 BC, over 2,000 years ago. Back then, resources were scarce. Manpower was everything. So ask yourself, what could have scared them so badly they spent more than 1,000 years constructing this monster of a wall? But here's the twist. Take a closer look. The steep side of the wall? The side designed to stop invaders? It's facing China. Yeah, the defenses weren't built to keep people out. They were built to keep something in. And that brings us to the theory of the Tartarian Empire. They say Tartaria built the wall, not the Chinese. And the purpose wasn't to protect. It was to contain, to lock away something so dangerous, so terrifying, that it could threaten the entire empire. That's strange, right? What was the wall really holding back?
Damn, what was the wall really holding back, y'all? Y'all gotta let me know, man. He's saying it's really the Great Wall of Tartaria. Y'all ever heard this before? He's saying that they stole it, man.
A catfish skull reveals Jesus. You got to watch this.
Most people don't know what this is.
What is that?
That is a catfish skull, skull of a catfish. But once you see this, you'll understand it. Do you see what you see what you can see right there? Do you see the crucifix?
Yeah.
The cross of Jesus on the cross?
Yeah.
And then on the back, you see the shield of David.
Oh yeah, that's wild.
Now watch this part. Right there. See that these are the rocks in the catfish's head. So watch this. So that right there. Every catfish has 2 rocks like that that are unique, and there's no 2 like it in the world.
Oh, how interesting.
And that represents the dice that were thrown upon the cloth.
That's pretty amazing. For more content like this, follow now.
What if I asked you to take this from me, but then I did this? Would you take it? I hope you wouldn't take it. It'd hurt me a lot. It'd hurt me worse for you to take it out of my hand because I refuse to let it go. It would be better just to leave it, even though it's bad, because it would cause me more pain and suffering if you pulled it out while I was holding on to it. Sometimes when we ask God to take things out of our life, we are holding it like this. He's not going to tear it out of our life because it would hurt us worse by doing so. So then what should we do? We let go so God can take it out. But we must be the ones to let go first. Always remember, God's grace is enough, and so are you.
So here's Young Thug at the United Masonic Assembly in Memphis. You can see him in this picture with a Grand Master by the name of Terrell Davis L. This picture was taken back in March of 2018, or at least it was posted then. So if you read the post, it says that Young Thug is a member of the Sons of Mount Zion Lodge, number 7. So I've attempted to look this lodge up several times. I've not really been able to find much information on it. If you scroll through the pictures on the post, you can see that Grandmaster Terrell Davis is a Prince Hall Freemason. You can see that with his white gloves and his top hat. So considering a Grandmaster of a Prince Hall Lodge invited Young Thug all the way out to Memphis, it's safe to say that Young Thug is probably a Prince Hall Freemason. I don't think that any of this surprises anybody. If we look at Young Thug's career and the different symbolism he's used over the years, let's take a look at Slime Season 3, for instance. You can see here that he has the one-eye symbolism that we see everywhere in the music industry, Hollywood. So not only is the one-eye symbolism there, but it also represents a sacrifice to get there, because you can see that his other eye has been blinded and is bleeding. Another thing I'd like to point out about Young Thug is the fact that he dresses in his feminine. He mixes the masculine and the feminine, the polar opposites. This is a representation of duality, which is black and white checkerboard on the floor of all the Masonic lodges. And if you tie it to the tree in Genesis, the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, then it talks about or refers to a form of rebellion. And that's probably what a lot of these dress-wearing humiliation rituals are. It's the combining of the masculine and feminine, the duality, the combining of polar opposites to transcend yourself and be like God. Alright, so let's go back to the original picture that I was showing you guys for a second. If you guys look in the background on the right side here, you can see that there's a mirror. I actually accidentally found this, shout out to my angels, but you can see in this background here that there's someone in this mirror, and if you zoom in on the face, it looks like none other than Gunna. Obviously, we can't verify that for sure. I just thought it was kind of funny considering that Gunna was Young Thug's protege. So something about Gunna tells me he's a little bit more advanced, because when you look at this album cover, there's a little bit of numerology involved with it. So obviously he has the serpent mouth, he's got the forked tongue with the teeth. That's that reptilian symbolism. That of course has to do with the garden as reptilians represent a form of rebellion. And then the logo for DS3, if you look at it closely, it's 33. It's not a D, an S, and a 3. It's actually 2 3s. If you look below DS3, there's an inverted 33 right below it, like a mirror. That represents as above, so below. And then also Gunna has the V on his forehead. That stands for V-Lone. But we know that the number 5 is very prominent in Freemasonry.
I'm a Mason. I beat all my cases.
If you take a look at this album cover, you have the cube of Saturn and also the 4 serpents on the top of the cube. I've made a video in the past regarding the cube of Saturn, the connection to the hexagram, and also Solomon. In short, this emblem is technically a Jewish emblem because the Jews associate the hexagram with it, the Star of David. Also, if you look at the base of this cube, you can see that there's a circle there. It looks like some type of emblem. There's a base triangle and maybe another triangle overlaying it, so another hexagram, another 6-pointed star. Why all the Jewish symbolism, you might ask? Well, we're going to get into that in a second, but first I'd like to cover 2 more of their albums. So if you look at another one of Gunna's albums, Wanna, you can see here that he has the Vitruvian Man as the album cover. The Vitruvian Man was made in 1490 by Leonardo da Vinci, and anybody that knows about da Vinci knows that he puts a lot of numerology, esoteric symbolism in all of his work. And then he's also got the astrology chart around the Vitruvian Man. If you take a look at the cover for Drip Too Hard, you can see here that they have more fallen angel symbolism. You can see this serpent wrapped around this angel. So y'all see, man, I could just go on and on and on about the YSL album cover art. It's constant. So a lot of these rappers get this esoteric symbolism, usually from their record labels, the people managing them. The people who make the album cover are informed by these record labels. So Young Thug was signed to 300 Entertainment in 2014. Eventually he would make his own record label by the name of YSL. The record label YSL is considered a child company of 300 Entertainment, so 300 Entertainment technically really helped Young Thug start this. So 300 Entertainment would be founded in 2012 by 4 men: Roger Gold, John Lyles, Todd Moskowitz, and Liar Cohen. What I will tell you about all of these men is that they're all equally very impressive in the music industry. All of them have worked with very large record labels, Sony Entertainment, all these different record labels. Vice presidents, presidents, joining companies, selling companies, all types of stuff. And with that being said, a lot of the same guys have managed a lot of the same guys. If you look up Liar Cohen's biography, you can see immediately that he has an Israeli background, he has a Jewish background. Todd Moskowitz, the last name Moskowitz is an Ashkenazi Jewish name. It gets even more alarming because in 2005, Universal Music Group paid a woman $47,000 after she claimed that Kevin Lyle assaulted her. UMG would pay the woman in agreement that the woman would be silent about the case and also would not attempt to sue in the future. What's also interesting is that Kevin Lyles and P. Diddy are said to be very good friends. So all these music producer guys, all these claims of assaults and all these things, it's probably true. It just goes to show you guys that the devil doesn't have to do anything himself. He can just get a man to sell out and do it for him.
Bro, what the actual... This dude stole someone's real life and tried to sell merch with it.
My landlord, my old landlord, just sent me this video. Apparently there were some agents showing up at my old residence. Probably because of Instagram messages. Because they're going through Insta DMs now. So, I just want to say this, man. Y'all are just watching a man slowly crumble and slowly be torn apart by censorship and regulation and government. Like, I love y'all, but if you've been watching this channel for over 5 years for free, maybe go buy a shirt.
What the? Yeah. What? Dude, that's my apartment, buddy. Well, that's my neighbor's apartment. But that video is from when the feds came to my place 5 months ago. You know, and they've been going to people's places ever since. This isn't news, but you know what is news is that now people can truly understand why you can't just trust anybody on here. You literally took my video, one of my first 2 videos that got me the following kind of what I have right now, and you make it a yours, and ultimately because you want people to buy your t-shirts.
There's this account called News Updates for Real who steals other people's footage, claims it as his own, and screams at everyone in the comments to buy his shirts. Like, he posted a video of law enforcement showing up claiming it was his old house, but really it was at Esoteric Jake's apartment. Made it look like the cops were there looking for him because Meta can now read your messages. So Jake posted this video calling him out for exactly what he is. A fraud running a content theft empire that's not really an empire because he broke. Like, you do not get to steal someone's actual life, their actual encounters in real life, and then slap your name on it while pretending you're the brave hero exposing the truth. Like, Jake did not do this out of ego. He did it because that footage was his actual risk, his actual exposure, and someone else was profiting off of it. Like, the ones who create don't need to police everyone else. They just make real work. Anyone can see the difference when you feel the frequency. I'm making this video because this loser always steals my content, and all he does is stand like this in front of it and nod. So comment, scroll below if you've watched someone steal your energy and put their name on it. You already know this pattern, bro.
Oh, is that for us?
Oh my god, I recognize these dogs. Hi, Kaido.
This is you know his name. That's Gojo.
Yeah, this is Gojo. How are you? Oh my god, can I put the sirens on to make them howl?
Yeah. What's your name?
Jojo.
Matt. Hey, Gojo Jojo.
Good boys. Have a good day, guys.
Nice meeting you later. Let's go, boys.
That's it. I'm done.
Are you sure you're not Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I don't know.
Palm Beach Pete is clearly Jeffrey, and in this clip, he says the exact motivating reasons of why Jeffrey would want to fake his own death.
Are you sure you're not Jeffrey?
Yeah, I'm positive.
I don't know.
But he was dead. Do you think he's alive, or do you think he's dead?
I think he might be alive.
I'll tell you why I think he's dead. He couldn't live the life that he was living beforehand.
His side profile looks exactly like him.
Exact same stutter.
Some knucklehead films me.
One of the largest frauds.
Living beforehand, and he scammed everyone his whole life, lied about his career, this, that, and the other, and he finally got caught, and he couldn't have girls anymore, and he said, that's it, I'm done.
How long has this mosque been here?
Before you ask any question, you have to go to the office and ask permission to film. This is a private property.
Can you show me where it is? How are you? I'm just doing a documentary. Hey. Okay, so just. I understand. No.
He told you in the morning, that's enough.
Right.
You have to get out of here.
I understand.
All right, call the cops for you now.
I understand.
You coming to steal here?
Do whatever you
Go, my friend.
I understand.
Go.
The last chance for you.
My friend, go, please. Go.
I have no choice to talk to you again.
Wait, my friend. Close this one.
Stand.
Go back, please.
Hey, how are you? I'm doing street interviews here in New York. Could I interview you really quick? Are you Muslim?
Muslim, yes.
Muslim. Okay, amazing. What's it like being a Muslim cop in New York? Do you have Islamophobia here?
Yeah, no phobia.
No Islamophobia. Amazing.
No,
We did
it's
it.
different places, different mosques. It's 55 streets, 3rd Avenue. There's a nice mosque. It's a
55th
nice,
Street.
Yeah.
Beautiful mosque there.
Yeah, beautiful.
That's
Another
we
mosque
need
is
more of that.
29 and Park Avenue. There is a so nice mosque.
Oh, okay. So they're building more mosques here in New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. How long have you been a cop for?
7 years.
7 years? Where are you from?
Bangladesh.
Bangladesh. Welcome to New York, my friend. How are you liking New York?
Yeah.
You like it here?
Yeah.
Me too. Why did you move from Bangladesh to New York?
I moved is 2009.
I just asked someone in the NYPD why did he move to New York, and his response was, I movies here in 2009.
And do you pray here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now is a
Okay, does-
10 is Asar Salah.
Does the NYPD support prayer breaks?
Yeah, of course.
They do?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a 5 times prayer and Friday Zuma prayer and also Idul Fitr, Idul Azha. They're gonna approve for us. Also the beard.
Also the beard.
Approve of the one
Right.
Police Plaza.
Are there a lot more Muslim police officers in the NYPD now?
Of course.
Oh yeah, a lot more now.
The NYPD also traffic officer.
A lot more?
Yeah.
So if there's more and more Muslim cops, what is the NYPD doing to accommodate it? Are they building mosques for you? It's time to pray now.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
The rise of Islam in the NYPD is officially here. Take a listen.
And I'm looking for another 100,000 ladies wearing hijabs in the near future.
Now, your tax dollars went to a presentation for NYPD cops to learn how to put a hijab on.
So ideally, there's different ways, by the way.
Oh, snake. It's fake. It's fake.
Stevie, behind you. Behind you.
God damn it! Fucking hell. What is it?
I come from?
Would you like snakes?
I can have all of them?
Yeah. I want you to pay attention. These two kids are in a mart, and IDF soldiers are walking up to you. This is courtesy footage from Owen Jones that he uploaded, but I wanted to talk about it. The soldiers are forcing the shirt off of this kid.
How?
A kid in a mart slaps him in the face and disrespects him. And think about it, you are a child in a mart trying to buy like clothing, candy or something. Whatever it is you're trying to buy, some water. And you have to worry about that at your age for soldiers coming over and actually attacking you. And stirring trouble. And thank God there was a woman there to at least prevent a lot of it. Because it could have went on. And 4 soldiers come in and look. They're going to rip up the shirt. They're so tough, right?
Assholes.
Let me ask you something. These are soldiers who are supposed to be protecting these people from Hamas, right? But right now what you're seeing is 4 dudes attacking a child. And intimidating them.
You should see the stuff they do when they don't like you.
Is that what a good soldier does? I mean, if that was ISIS, what would your reaction be? If that was Hamas soldiers, what would your reaction be? Those are IDF soldiers. What is your reaction going to be? If that was U.S. soldiers, what is your reaction going to be? See, the problem is you're loyal to the party, but not to the crimes that they're committing. All of them would be committing crimes. You are attacking civilians. You are trying to terrorize civilians. You aren't here doing the job. Go fight Hamas. Go find them. Instead, you went to a mart to mess with a child, to intimidate and scaring them. 4 grown adults, by the way, went and did that. You wonder why we call you baby killer. No fan act like that. Real men do not do shit like that. And I know damn well your dads were soft or stupid, because that is not how you treat people. Disgusting. And you want me to support you? No.
Oh no. Oh no. I know how they did it, y'all. I know how they did it. Y'all remember these photos of these celebrities centuries ago? Ancient Egyptian science called alchemy. They were transmuting their energy, spirit, and soul into another body. And that's the importance of gold and the pyramids. Pay attention. I'm going to show you how they transmuted their body into another body. So did you notice the gold cap at the top of the pyramid? It is important in alchemy. A lot of gold is used. So now you know why they took the gold off the top of the pyramids. Now my boy Professor X is going through it. But in this X-Men movie, Apocalypto is actually the first X-Men to give them all powers, and it started in Egypt. Go watch the movie. When his body starts expiring after hundreds of years, he takes somebody else's form and their powers and abilities. Pay attention to the head covering. This is Apocalypto. And we're going to do more explaining in another video who he really is and what he represents. Now here's the gold being used for transmutation and alchemy. Modern day science used by the ancestors, even Isaac Newton. And they were always turning lead into gold. Gold was very powerful. They say it's a metaphor for spiritual growth and wisdom. Oh, it's spiritual growth, all right. It's also dealing with the wisdom, all right. They're transmuting their bodies, their souls, their energy into another person. This is ancient Egyptian technology and science.
Y'all might want to step back when she swing that club.
I know that's right.
Nasty.
Get right, gang. Get right. Yeah. That ain't even bad. Y'all might want to step back when she swing that club.
Oh, no.
Damn. I had that happen before to my eye.
Might be the worst burn I've ever had in my life. Happy Memorial Day.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Demonstrate how you put on the sunscreen.
Okay.
Mate, I look like that fast cream, that Neapolitan shit.
Oh, damn. That's gotta hurt.
When I tell you guys we live in an upside down, inverted, Luciferian world, bro, I'm not playing. Study this picture for just a moment and tell me it's a coincidence that this just happens to represent the GOAT Baphomet for Fake Force, right? And tell me it's a coincidence that the new SpaceX or Fake X logo resembles a goat or a Baphomet head. Coincidence. And the guy himself literally rocked the Baphomet costume for Halloween, right? When I tell you they put it right in your face, they just happened to display this rocket launch going in an arc and pointing right back to the ocean. You live in an inverted, upside down world where they told you the opposite of everything, such as the earth being round, but it's actually flat, and that the moon is a rock in outer space when it's really a plasma luminary in our firmament. when they told you that the earth is a globe and that it's spinning in circles around the sun, when really the sun, moon, and stars is spinning around us, and the earth itself doesn't move, nor is it round, nor is it spinning. They told you that the earth is spinning and chasing the sun in this infinite vacuum of space, when really the sun, moon, and stars are rotating around us. They told you that God isn't real at school, and that you came from a blob that flopped up on the ocean that transformed into a lizard and into a human being, and you evolved, when really God made you in his own image. They told you that because of gravity, you can stick to this ball and nothing will go wrong. Everybody will be perfectly upright, when really you're just standing on a flat plane. They told you that meteors come from outer space, and although that subject may not be very simple to describe, it's because they created a world full of lies, so the truth is going to be harder to find. So take it or leave it. And I realize that you were programmed under these lies via a Rockefeller indoctrination system, but it's up to you to open your mind for a moment and just think about the fact that they could have lied to you about everything. And literally, like it states in the Bible, which you also think is completely fake, although they grabbed it and altered it, it talks about how my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you reject knowledge, he will also reject you.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. This clearly isn't normal.
If you've never seen cloaking technology in action, watch this.
So what you're going to see is cloaking. When applying
Check
a
this
small
out.
electrical current to glass or crystal, look what happens.
Whoa.
You see
It
it?
disappears.
Woman literally got this piece of glass to turn invisible. It might have been for a split second, but it's proof that if she can do it, then the people at the very top, like the government, can definitely do it. As always, stay weird.
Guys, check this out.
Remember that one time where singer Adele let us all know on public television what pizza really stood for?
Adele, name 3 names for your lady part.
Mini Move, a JJ, and a pizza.
Ellen likes that.
And a pizza is like with someone's name.
Word.
Wow. And out of all shows, she let that slip on the Ellen.
Nope, we're not done talking about this. And do you see her face? Her reaction says it all. Remember when this first circulated and it was called Pizzagate, and nobody wanted to listen to it because there was no proof and it was just hearsay. And now that there's actual proof and not hearsay, you guys are still not wanting to talk about it. Why?
Isn't it crazy? We live in a world where until people see it on the mainstream news, they don't believe it. So here you go.
The number of people who believe the Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is.
In a world where it feels like nothing is as it seems, there's at least one truth we thought was indisputable. And the Earth is...
Flat.
Flat. The Earth is flat.
My reality, my senses tell me that the earth is flat and stationary.
Or so I thought. For centuries, a flat Earth was accepted as certainty until science said otherwise. But the curving horizon, the sloping sea level, the spin of the Earth, unless you can see these phenomena with your own eyes, they may not be true. Unlike what we've been told in school, the Earth looks like a snow globe. Round, but not sphere. The North Pole is at the center of most flat Earth maps, with the ice of Antarctica holding everything in. Those iconic blue marble images seen from space, fakes.
You start seeing words like composite or animation or, something that tells you this is not an actual photograph of the Earth.
But in a world of disagreements large and small, for something as clear as this horizon, the interpretation could be infinite.
The round or spherical Earth theory is propagated by some conspiracy.
And the number of people who think so is growing. Millions of people still believe the world is flat.
And it's the subject of tonight's special report. WCIA3's Aaron Eads is here with us now. And Aaron, as far as conspiracy theories go, flat Earth theory is actually getting pretty popular.
Yeah, believe it or not, the number of people who believe the Earth is flat is actually growing. Scientists might have an idea of why that is, and it's worth talking about. And what better place to do so than one of the flattest places in the country, right here in central Illinois. It doesn't get much flatter than this. Geological survey data shows Douglas County is the flattest county in Illinois, which is the second flattest state in the whole country. On a clear day, it seems like you can see forever, but you can't. Through the eyes of a person of an average height, the horizon is about 3 miles away. But that's it. You can go up higher to see a greater distance, but you'll never be able to see the whole world no matter how high you get. But there are ideas that this is a sham. NASA, a fraudulent organization bent on siphoning your tax dollars. The moon landing didn't happen. The biggest concern with the flat Earth movement is how fast it's gaining steam.
All right, fascinating stuff. All right, Aaron, thank you.
Very interesting.
Well, new this morning, all our lives, we've been taught that there's little doubt that the Earth is round, of course. We've seen the images from space, but not everyone's really convinced.
There are some variations in what flat earthers believe, but some common themes are the Earth is not a sphere, as you said. It's not moving. We are not spinning on an axis or revolving around anything. Some flat earthers are biblical literalists, believing the Earth and everything we see when we look up in the sky exists in sort of a dome.
So the actress that died, right? She was on a TV show called Heroes. If you look at the logo, it's a total eclipse. Overseas, not too long ago, experienced a total eclipse. So they already had this programmed ever since she got this role. She played a cheerleader on this show named Claire Bennett. And the slogan that became popular when the first season came out was "Save the cheerleader, save the world." So obviously she's being removed. Symbolically, it represents that this world is in trouble now. And the reason why they needed to protect her was to default a nuclear explosion that was going to happen in New York City. This is not the first time that they predicted programming something ever happening in New York City.
Look! It's too much help!
In numerology, New York equals 33. The air date for that particular show, where they first used the slogan, "Save the cheerleader, save the world," was 10/23/2006. 10 plus 23 is 33. Look at Marvin Gaye's album artwork for In Our Lifetime. You see a plane or a rocket heading into New York. Then you also see a fake alien invasion. This album came out January 15, 1981. 1 plus 15 plus 19 plus 81 equals 116. You flip that upside down, it's 9/11. If you fast forward to them predictive programming that something is going to happen again, look at the movie Watchmen, where Dr. Manhattan's power is used as an explosion in New York City. Look at Dark Knight Rises. What were they doing during that scene, the last scene in the movie? Dragging a nuclear bomb all throughout the streets of Gotham. If you look at Quiet Place, day one, you saw those aliens come down as if they were a rocket or something on fire. Scripture says, do not be ignorant in any small or great matter. I think this is a great matter.
All right, guys, we're going to show you how to sue this police officer for spraying a group of bikers. Because believe it or not, if you let tyranny keep going, they keep going. They get worse. They violate more people. They create more harm. So here's how to hold this guy accountable for spraying a group of bikers. What's that called? Abuse of power. What happens if you sprayed someone with pepper spray for no reason? Would it be considered assault? What if you sprayed them, they wrecked and died? What's that called? Manslaughter? It's not okay if you just spray someone for the fun of it, but the police officer, he can do it.
Has New York City officially turned into Gotham? And why do I say that? Because once again, this time in the borough of Manhattan at around 4 a.m., individuals were seen coming out of a manhole once again and fleeing the scene. Have a look at this video for yourself. Take a look right there in front of the parked car as they emerge out of the manhole cover, one after another. And this took place in the borough of Manhattan, as you saw the timestamp at 4:19 a.m. What in the world is going on underneath New York City in those manholes? And why does this continue to happen? And the police have no response to it. But one thing is for sure with this video, we actually have an image of one of the individuals. And they're kind of dressed like Super Mario, as you could see, with a pair of overalls and no shirt on, and it looks like some sort of construction boots with a hat. So if you have any information or know who the hell these people are, contact the NYPD immediately. So once again, the recap, it was a total of 5 individuals coming out of a manhole cover in the borough of Manhattan in New York City. And once again, this is happening again, and we have 0 answers or accountability from New York City. Let me know your thoughts on this in the comments. And as always, I'd love to hear from you.
Where's Palm Beach now? And some knucklehead films me, and the next thing I know,
perpetrating one of the largest frauds in South Florida's history.
back in the day, and I was living in the city, I went to a couple of parties, and Epstein was there at a party, and he was kind of creepy.
Okay, what's going on over there?
Okay, lady. Me, my dad, and my brother were working on a truck in our backyard, and there's like an 8-foot person beside it, and another one's inside, and it has big eyes and it's looking at us, and it's still there.
Okay, where is this on your property?
In my backyard. I swear to God, this is not a joke. This is actually, we're terrified of it.
So there's 2 people or 2 subjects that are in your backyard?
Correct, and they're very large.
This frantic 911 call happened not long after extraordinary footage was captured on a Las Vegas police officer's body cam. A green flash coming from the sky. At least 21 different people across the region reported seeing. Because of this, when officers arrived on the scene, they took the family's call seriously. This is the body cam footage of the responding officers. The family is gathered in the driveway, clearly shaken. The teenage son keeps insisting he saw what he saw.
What'd you see?
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like a long tall.
Angel Kenmore, a 16-year-old resident, reported that the family heard a loud crash in their backyard before they would encounter 2 large figures estimated to be 8 to 10 feet tall.
They said they saw something fall from the sky. They checked their backyard and they saw something with like 8 to 9 feet, no clothes, green green-colored men, not human, with like the eyes were glowing, and they did not. It was not a human being.
It was like a big creature.
A big creature?
Yeah, like around 10 feet tall.
Because I'm not going to BS you guys. One of my partners said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious. Did you see anything land in your backyard, or?
They see like a big. That's what they say. They see like a big.
When officers arrived, they reportedly searched the backyard. However, this portion of the footage was strangely redacted. The case was closed just days later, and despite that, people online have kept the case alive, claiming that actual alien beings can be seen in the video. Scott Roeder, a veteran crime scene reconstruction expert, conducted an extensive forensic analysis of the footage, revealing what he claims are at least 2 beings using some sort of cloaking device, visible right behind the gate. Angel later went online to address the situation and also claimed that strange individuals, believed to be men in black, visited the property not long after the incident, even suggesting that the entities may not have been aliens at all, but demons.
Here you go. Come here. Can we see your Highland cow? You love your babies, don't you? Is that your Highland cow and baby Yoda? Yes. Can I come back a little closer? Can I come a little closer? Come here. You're okay. You're okay. Quit. Come here. No, baby. Come here. You're okay. See, look. There's Mommy's Highland cow. Oh, I don't know if you can see it or not, but underneath that Highland cow is another buried Highland cow. You're trying to bury him. Why are you burying your cows? You're a curious little coyote. You know it. You're a sweetheart. Thank you for letting me come back here. I like where you moved out of your den. Will you come to the house? Huh? You led me back here. So I think you wanted me to know. I think you're proud of them. I think you want me... Nope. I think you want to show them off. I'm not going to take them. Those are yours. Yes, they are. Those are yours.
Breaking news, guys. Another completely natural tornado has just hit France this time. Seriously, though, like, do you think this is natural? Do you think that there could ever be technology capable of influencing weather like this? Or, you know, is this just another freak weather that we're seeing and it's just, you know, Mother Nature doing its thing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. But once again, another record-breaking freak weather has just hit Europe. And obviously, I'm as fictional.
Secret societies run your world, and Patrick Clancy was 100% in a secret society and very connected within there. That is why this happened, and they thought they were getting away with it. But then they showed the public what was happening, and everyone who has eyes to see and ears to hear is exposing the truth that Patrick Clancy is a PDF file. That Patrick Clancy surely did this. This was a ritual sacrifice for the secret societies that he is involved in. Secret societies run your world. Every facet of it. Judges, police, corporations, everything. Schools, you name it. They're there. And they traffic people. They ritually sacrifice people in SRA. They do horrible, horrible things. And I mean, it's been documented for a very, very, since history, time immemorial, what they're doing. The Catholic Church is very involved. Very, very involved people in the Catholic Church, the Vatican. If you just look into any of these topics, there's endless evidence for what's happening. Music stars, movie stars, they always have someone that's close to them that passes away, because in order to get the fame or to get higher up in the club, you have to sacrifice something close to you. They thought that they were going to get away with all of this. Clearly, they did. They framed her and made her in psychosis, by drug-induced psychosis, I believe, think all of these things. When your mind is fractured and you're under trauma-based mind control, your mind is malleable. It's very easy to make you think things that aren't true, make you believe stories about yourself that aren't true. He is very well connected with Epstein, people with Epstein, his own father-in-law, his new wife. If she wasn't there helping, she helped orchestrate the whole thing. It's just, the evidence is mind-blowing. For everyone who thinks that I'm crazy, go look. Go fetch. Go learn. Go protect yourselves. Because we are all victims.
You prayed and believed your whole life. Never done anything wrong. And here you are. You're the nicest person I know. I am the meanest. You have dementia. My life is perfect. Explain that to me.
Sometimes the devil allows people to live a life free of trouble because he doesn't want them turning to God. Their sin is like a jail cell, except it's all nice and comfy and there doesn't seem to be any need to leave. And the door is wide open. Till one day, time runs out. The cell door slams shut. And suddenly, it's too late.
Y'all didn't just hear what China said to its citizens. Fool, basically they told their citizens, if those extraterrestrials come, y'all better not make contact with them. They told them, hit up this line first. This is what they told them, fool. Read that shit. Y'all be thinking this shit a game, fool. This shit is not a game. Now, only thing I'm saying is, I don't think it's the UFOs coming. I think it's the plan all along that they've been saying for a while, and I can't even say it on here. But some people should know. Leave it down below in the comments. Fool, they put this shit in a handbook. A handbook. So they try to say that this was not new, that they're just updating it. But the question is, why update it now? What made y'all say 2026, we're going to be updating our guidelines? This shit should be enough to ask the question on what we should be prepared for. I mean, I know. I hope y'all know. Just letting y'all know, bruh. Y'all better be watching.
All right, guys, I got to wrap this one up. If you made it to the end, I appreciate you very much, and I'll catch you again in the next one. Peace.